Hey guys, welcome back. It's been a couple of weeks. I didn't do a lot of filming. Mostly been working on this mostly kind of in the dark after work and other stuff that just kind of comes up along the way. Just wanted to show you the latest progress. I got the floor mostly put together. Is it ugly? Oh yeah. Is it gonna work? Oh yeah, not a problem. Got the passenger side all tacked in and back piece there too. I got this front driver's side all boxed in now, so that's good. Like I said, it's not pretty, but it was never going to be. It's going underneath insulation and carpet. I don't care. It just needs to be strong, and there needs to be a floor there so I don't fall through. And this should do the trick. But I got my panels all cut out and screwed down. I'll probably weld these tomorrow or maybe the next day, depending on work. And that's all welded up, and I got a piece put in down here. Yes, it is ugly, but I guarantee you won't notice. If you do, you're looking too hard. Or you're welcome to buy the car and do it your way. That's also always an option if it makes you that angry. Let me know what you think. Like I said, these panels are not pretty, but they overlap and they'll be plenty strong once I get them all welded in. I got beads rolled in them because I bought a bead roller. Good old Harbor Freight special. It actually does a surprisingly good job, especially on the 16 gauge, even though it's not rated for it. It does pretty well. I'm pleased with it. It's a nice little investment. But I just wanted to give you a quick update, let you know how this is going. So, here's an interesting fact. Everything on this car seems to be flammable. Like, all of it. I don't know if it's whatever insulation they use, some kind of coating. Everything is flammable. Like, I've cleaned this metal and cleaned it and cleaned it, and it still sets on fire. And I don't know. It's interesting. There's a fire almost every weld. It's pretty exciting. I mean, there's some kind of undercoating that I've been grinding off, and brake parts cleaning and grinding some more, and just can't seem to get it out of the metal. It's like it's soaked in over the years, which it may have, but regardless, some adventure welding. Like a good fire to keep things interesting. Like I said, looks like a good fire. Oh, if you could only smell, it's lovely. Smells like cancer. Smells like death. Mm-hmm. And yes, I know, technique's bad, blah, 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 blah. Don't care. Doing it with what I got. Plenty strong. That's all I care about. It's not pretty, but it's going to be strong, or it'll be strong enough. And that really is all I care about. So that's carpet, and I'll go over this anyway. Who cares? Just 1,000 more. You may notice I periodically stop after starting. That's because even though what I left is good metal, it's still not great. And even on this thing's lowest setting, it still has a tendency to burn through if you just sit on it. And I think it's about 20 gauge metal. It's not as thick as you would think, considering the age of the car. So that's a lot of why that's been happening. I'll weld it, then I'll let it cool off, and then build on that weld a little bit just to keep from burning through. So if you're wondering, that's why I keep starting and then stopping and then starting again. It's just trying to keep from burning through what's left of the original floor here. Since I didn't want to buy new pans. You can buy them; they're several $100s, but you can buy a new pan or part or whatever. But I don't have the money for that, and I don't want to have a lot of money in this thing when it's done. This is just going to be a fun toy to take the family cruising around to, you know, cruise-ins and stuff, so my better half can do pin-up and whatnot if she wants to do, and have something with air conditioning in it so when we get there we're not dying. And I'm trying to have as little money in this as possible. Right now it's looking like about $500 to $700 total between buying the parts the Ranger needs and some of this, some carpet and other stuff. But most of this, almost all of this metal I already had. That's what I'm trying. That's why it's just patched together like this. It's just metal I have. I already had from other projects, so I didn't want to buy another sheet of metal. I mean, I could have made this in one piece, but I didn't see the need. It's not going to necessarily be any stronger that way, and I didn't want to spend the money. Don't have it to spend, and didn't want to spend it. Like I said, I'm trying to do this as cheap as possible so that we can just have fun in it. That's why I'm keeping the Ranger's dash and the whole 9 yards. That's why I'm not restoring this car. It costs too much money. I couldn't afford the car if I restored it. It'd never be finished. And this way, at least I'll be able to enjoy it. Hopefully, spring, summer next year. This was all unanticipated, of course, but you know, it is what it is. No big deal. And the car will overall be better for it, I think. Y'all may disagree. Let me know, but I think this is good enough. It's not pretty at all, and there's 50% too many spot welds, but y'all have seen my technique, and if you're not very good at spot welding, well, you better just put twice as many. And anyway, let me get back to this and try to get it finished up and try not to set anything else on fire. Ooh, almost lost that one. Almost dropped through. Luckily it caught itself, sort of. This is the valley. Plug it in. You know, it's funny, as bad as this thing may look, I don't mean quality-wise, I just mean as much as I had to remove. Still less than the Mustang I just sold. Shockingly enough, that actually had more rust in it than this car did. I guess, well, y'all know what I'm talking about. If you don't have a lot of money to play with stuff, you have to get whatever you can afford, and whatever you can afford is usually not anything you really want to have. Or if, you know, you do end up with it, then you're going to have to do a lot more work. But if that's what you're passionate about, like I'm passionate about these old cars, and riding in them, not keeping them stock by any means, obviously, but keeping them, and having them on the road and enjoying them, and the style, and you know, just the overall awesome of these cars. The work it's not work. It's monotonous, but it's not work. It's still more fun than anything else I do. Work related anyway, or you know, that require any kind of labor. So anyway, I'm gonna finish this. I got other things to do today. This weld through primer is pretty hard to weld through. Honestly, it's hard to get an arc started a lot of the time. Kind of sucks. You gotta have it, I think. I used it on my Mustang and on the 55 Chevy. And even after years and years, the Mustang 6 years later and the 55 10 years later, there's still no rust. Oh, nobody worry about the sparks. Got my safety vans on. We're golden. Not a problem. Man, that is a lot of spot welds. Yep. Everything flammable. Hey, sweetie. What are you doing?
again after welding the floor.